CBS 46 News at 6.
It's the sound people in one DeKalb County neighborhood keep hearing over and over and over again.
You can hear it everywhere.
And now they want something done about it.
A longtime teacher is hit and killed by a driver fleeing police in a high-speed chase.
I used to see her in school all the time, and she was really nice to kids, and if somebody couldn't figure out something, she would help them.
We're taking a look at this tremendous loss and also the policy that allows these pursuits to happen.
But first, some of the heaviest rain of the day falling in metro Atlanta.
Keep that umbrella close and look at the radar. You can see why. More rain is going to continue to fall tonight. Chief Meteorologist Jennifer Valdez tracking the storms and when they'll eventually move out, Jen.
Oh yeah, lots and lots of rain on radar. All of it moving from the southwest to the northeast. Heavy in spots, and we will see some lightning possible later tonight. Right now, almost everybody getting rained on, and that's been the case most of the day. Getting a little bit of a break from the heavier rain in metro Atlanta, but as you can see to our southwest, from Douglas County to Carroll County to Coweta County and Meriwether County, these heavier showers are moving into the city, and that will be the case all the way through the overnight hours as a low front to our south, or a warm front, I should say, to our south lifts north. It is going to bring some warmer temperatures. So instead of getting colder over the next several hours, we're actually going to get warmer, but it's also going to bring some rain for tonight. By 7 o'clock, an 80% chance of rain. Then that goes up to a 100% chance of rain as we head into the evening. This rain will finally come to an end early tomorrow morning. And then after that, it will be dry, it will be cloudy, and it will be warm. And 67 sounds pretty amazing. It will be, but it's one day only. We've got major changes in the forecast. So what are we tracking? A wet night with much warmer temperatures tomorrow, but they will be short-lived. We have a cold end to the month and even a couple flurries in the forecast. We'll talk about that, what we're expecting, and who could see those flurries coming up.
Thank you, Jen. And download the free CBS 46 app to get weather alerts sent directly to your phone. The app is available for Apple and Android users. New developments tonight in the murder of Fort Valley State University student Anitra Gunn. An arrest warrant reveals the 23-year-old was strangled.
DeMarcus Little is charged with her murder. That was her former boyfriend. CBS 46's Ashley Thompson live in Peach County tonight. There is a vigil for Gunn. Ashley, it's underway.
That's right. That vigil just getting started. We're actually seeing people still walking in. It's going to be held in this auditorium here behind me. And while so many come to pay their respects to Anitra, her boyfriend remains in jail and is maintaining his innocence. 23-year-old DeMarcus Little was in court today. He is charged with malice murder. Investigators believe he strangled Gunn on Valentine's Day. We've learned the two were together that morning, and police say Gunn was last seen at Little's aunt's house. Now, 4 days after she was reported missing, her body was found in a wooded area. The DA not revealing what evidence he has against Little, but says, of course, there was enough to charge him with malice murder. Little's defense attorney tells us his client has a great military career with no criminal history and says there's no way he could have done this. Listen to the judge's final remarks to Little, and then you'll hear from his attorney.
Mr. Little, I have nothing in the world against you. I wish you well in this matter. I hope that somewhere down the road, maybe this will be behind you and everything will go good for you in the future.
I think the judge made some very encouraging remarks. I think if you take what the judge said as a whole, what he was indicating is anyone that's charged with a crime in America, of course, is innocent until proven guilty under the Sixth Amendment.
Yeah, this tragedy just affecting so many people. And as I said, that vigil just starting at 6 o'clock. We actually do have a crew inside the building. We'll have more coverage of what happened inside today at 9 and 11. Live in Peach County, Ashley Thompson, CBS 46 News.
Ashley, thank you. Funeral arrangements have been set for Anitra Gunn. A homecoming service set for 11 a.m. this Saturday at Greater Peace Baptist Church in Alabama. CBS 46 has all the latest details on the Anitra Gunn murder investigation on the free CBS 46 app. It's available for Apple and Android users.
CBS 46 working to get results for a family that just wants a good night's sleep. A quick fix to cover up a pothole that's making too much noise and scaring a little boy. CBS 46's Adam Murphy live in the neighborhood where the sour sound of metal plates are echoing. Adam.
Hey, good evening, Rick. The issue here, the constant noise that this plate over here is causing. We have a car that's coming this way right now. I want you to see what goes on. when a car hits one of these plates. So that noise is what the people around here are hearing, and it happens all day long. On a rainy day in Tyler, Jen Sins plays inside with her 2-year-old son Dylan.
Tunnel.
It's all fun and games until they hear this. It's the sound of cars and trucks driving over a steel plate right outside their home on Henderson Road.
You can hear it everywhere. You can hear it in our basement. You can hear it in the back of the house. You can hear it in our bedroom. It's just terrible.
DeKalb County put down the plate a month ago to cover a large hole in the road, but hasn't returned to make repairs.
I've given them my phone number and told them to please follow up with me when they have a status update, and we're almost a month in now of making complaints.
Sins said it has become a serious safety concern and is an accident waiting to happen.
There's people that are coming down so quickly and they see it and they immediately swerve over into oncoming traffic. So it's bound to have an accident outside of our house.
Perhaps just as concerning, her son is now scared of the sound at night.
We'll put him down to sleep at night, and the minute that his lullabies have gone off, he'll hear that boom go off and he's instantly awake, and it's the rest of the night. It's traumatizing for him, and what should be a sanctuary for him to go get some sleep is ending up being a place that he's associated with fear.
Now, I contacted the county and they basically told me they received a call a couple of weeks ago to stabilize the plate over here. But because of the cold temperatures and the rain that we've seen constantly over the last few weeks, they've been unable to make repairs here and to other areas throughout the county, and they will respond when weather permits. Live in DeKalb County tonight, Adam Murphy, CBS 46 News.
Adam, thanks. Jonathan Carlson now with the live desk. State lawmakers signing off on a bill to keep money in your pocket. The Senate unanimously passed SB 359, known as the Surprise Billing Consumer Protection Act. Simply put, the bill protects you from receiving unexpected medical bills. Now, Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan supported the bill's passage, saying in part, quote, "I'm proud to support the Surprise Billing Consumer Protection Act and will work tirelessly on behalf of all Georgians to make sure this piece of legislation is signed into law." Now, according to a study released last year by the Kaiser Family Foundation, almost 1 of every 6 emergency room or hospital visits results in a surprise medical bill. At the live desk, I'm Jonathan Carlson.
I can attest to that. Thank you, Jonathan. A beloved Metro Atlanta educator killed in a chase and crash involving the Georgia State Patrol.
And now CBS 46 is pushing for answers, asking whether or not the GSP needs to follow the city of Atlanta's lead and amend its chase policy. CBS 46's Haley Mason live in Bartow County tonight. Haley.
Rick, this all started in Alabama when police say a man stole his grandmother's car. It ended here with a tragic loss and a community asking, why did this have to happen? At White Elementary, Angie Townsend was one of their favorite paraprofessionals. After 21 years at the school, her time came to a tragic end Saturday morning when she was hit and killed by a driver fleeing from police.
It's sad. She was a really, really sweet lady. Yeah, the kids loved her.
Her students, fellow teachers, and parents are bringing in flowers and notes of sympathy for the woman whose students called Mom, and her colleagues called a devoted staff member with an unbreakable spirit.
I used to see her in school all the time, and she was really nice to kids, and if somebody couldn't figure out something, she would help them.
Georgia State Patrol arrested and charged 20-year-old Christopher Parker with felony vehicular homicide. They say Parker, who was from Blountsville, Alabama, had stolen his grandmother's car and led a trooper on a chase Saturday morning, initially going 95 miles per hour. Police say Parker sped into the intersection of Georgia 3 and 140 and hit Townsend's driver's side. Another car was also struck, but that driver survived.
Our thoughts and prayers are with them, and, terrible for her daughter.
It all begs the question why. GSP's chase policy outlines the top factors for determining if a chase is appropriate. First is the nature of the offense committed and the potential danger the suspect poses to the public. Second is traffic and road conditions.
It's tough because you don't want criminals to think they can just get away, but it's so unfortunate that happened, and it could have been prevented.
The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration reports that Georgia ranks 3rd in the nation for deadly crashes during police pursuits. And the NHTSA also reports that from 2004 to 2018, there were 272 police chases in Georgia that ended in death. In this one, GSP tells me that the trooper did not hit anyone. And that was only the driver that hit people in that intersection. He is also charged with felony fleeing and bringing stolen property across state lines. There was a memorial scheduled here at White Elementary for Miss Townsend. It was postponed out of respect for the family. We will update you when it is rescheduled. Reporting live in Bartow County, Haley Mason, CBS 46 News.
Thank you, Haley. And this is at least the second chase and crash this month involving the GSP. Friday morning, a car slammed into a power pole in Atlanta's Cabbagetown neighborhood. Investigators say state troopers began their pursuit on I-285 in Fulton County. The driver refused to stop, and a Georgia State Patrol car before hitting that power pole. No injuries were reported.
Funeral arrangements are being planned for retired Atlanta Municipal Court Judge Elaine Carlisle. She is the one pictured on the left of your screen. Or actually, she's on the right of your screen. Investigators say she was killed Friday after losing control of her car on I-75 near Cumberland Boulevard. Meanwhile, CBS 46 getting results for Midtown drivers confused about what is and what is not a parking space.
This was very confusing. The Department of Public Works blacked out a parking space and finally covered up its number, hopefully solving some of that confusion. But this has really been going on for a while. You saw that no parking sign, and then you also see a metered parking space signaling that it's okay to park there. Well, last week, a man reached out to CBS 46 after his father paid for the spot and then got a parking ticket.
Went out, came back, and found a ticket on his truck and was kind of confused because we had paid to park for the hours that he was there. Sent an appeal to the parking company. They denied the appeal and said that I'd be assigned a court date.
CBS 46 has put in a request with the city for a copy of all the citations that have been given out for this spot. We're also questioning them on whether or not they'll be collecting and rather correcting the citations.
And I'm not batting 1,000 when it comes to delivering a beautiful forecast. Today is just yucky. It is rainy, it is foggy, and it is cold. A trifecta of miserableness for your Monday starting off the work week. Visibility only a mile. Normally you can see 10 miles ahead of you, so certainly visibility greatly compromised in and around Metro Atlanta from Marietta to Lawrenceville. And this is what it looks like at the airport. The runways in the distance. You can see the flashing lights on the airplanes there. That's basically all you can see. But I just checked and departures and arrivals are on time. So even though visibility is poor and it's cloudy and rainy, those flights taking off and landing without a problem. So far, we've seen over ½ inch of rain and counting, and more is on the way. In fact, heavier rain on the way as we head through the rest of the afternoon and the evening. Right now it is 48 degrees, so it is a very cold rain as all of this moisture continues to move across CBS 46 pinpoint radar. Some heavier showers in Forsyth County right along Georgia 400 into Hall County. Metro Atlanta seeing mainly light showers, but south of the city near Union City into Peachtree City and Henry County, McDonough, seeing some heavier rain and more on the way. All of this moisture you see to our southwest moving in right along this warm front. So not only are we going to see additional rain tonight, but we're also going to see warmer temperatures tonight as this rain moves in. Heavy at times at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock as we approach midnight. Still seeing some heavy rain over North Georgia. Could see some lightning, hear some thunder, but no severe weather expected. Some lingering showers by 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. So if you're an early riser, you're going to notice wet pavement, perhaps a few showers, but shortly thereafter the rain comes to an end. It will be cloudy tomorrow, but at least it will warm up and that rain will move out of here, which is much needed because when you look at rainfall totals through noon Tuesday, 1 inch of rain on top of what we've already seen possible. Good news is that rain does end, and once it does, it warms up and it's going to feel nice. 66 degrees by 3 o'clock. So we will be in the mid to upper 60s tomorrow afternoon with a high of 67. Enjoy one day of this mild air before much colder temperatures move in. And we've got quite a roller coaster ride here. Very cold air in place. Then we have 2 times that moisture moves in, collides with that cold air. And that means 2 chances of very light snow flurries in the forecast, mainly in the North Georgia mountains. So Wednesday morning looks good, but temperatures will be dropping on Wednesday. Then as that quick little system moves on in, that's our first chance of snow Wednesday night into Thursday morning, mainly clipping the North Georgia mountains. Very light accumulations, if any. Then as we head into the weekend, Saturday morning, Friday night into Saturday morning. This one has a little more moisture associated with it. With that cold air in place, slightly higher chance of snow on Saturday morning. So we could see a few flurries, mainly in the upper elevations. This is still several days out, watching it very closely, but we have 2 chances, especially in the mountains here, as we head through the next 7 days. That does come with cold air, 40s for highs on Thursday and Saturday, lows near freezing. So once this warm air gets out here, it will be cold. So moral of the story, enjoy those upper 60s while they last.